All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about a skill that some people are calling the superpower of the 21st century. It's something that can make you incredibly valuable in today's economy, and yet it's getting harder and harder to find. You know that feeling, right? Your day is just a complete blur of emails, Slack notifications, meetings. You're totally drained by the end of it. But when you look back, you kind of struggle to point to anything meaningful you actually got done. It's this strange paradox of modern work, and it's the perfect place for us to start. Now, as a total contrast to that chaos, think about this. Back in 1922, the famous psychiatrist Carl Jung went out, bought some land, and started building this stone retreat for himself. No electricity, no distractions, and every single morning, he'd lock himself away in there for 2 hours of just pure, focused thinking and writing. And what's so interesting about this is that Jung wasn't trying to escape his work. He was actually trying to do it better. He was in this huge intellectual showdown with his old mentor, Sigmund Freud, and he knew that just being busy wasn't going to cut it. He built this tower to think the kind of big thoughts that could actually change his field. This brings us to the big idea for today. The author Cal Newport calls the state deep work. And look, it's not just about focusing. It's about being so focused without any distractions that you're pushing your brain to its absolute limit. This is where you come up with brand new ideas, where you get way better at what you do, and where you produce stuff that nobody can easily copy. And the difference here is so important. You've got deep work on one hand, and then you have what most of us do all day, shallow work. You know what this is? It's answering emails, going to status meetings, all that logistical stuff. It doesn't really create anything new. Pretty much anyone could do it, and you can do it while you're half distracted. One is rare and valuable, the other is everywhere and not so valuable. Which, of course, leads to the big question. If this skill is so powerful, so important, where did it go? Why does it feel like our workplaces, which should be all about deep work, are actually designed to prevent it? Well, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? A McKinsey study found that the average person working in an office spends over 60% of their week just on email and searching the web. 60%! Our days have been chopped up into these tiny little slivers of attention, which makes it pretty much impossible to think deeply about anything. And here's the part that's actually kind of scary. This isn't just a bad habit. The argument is that by constantly living in the state of frantic, shallow activity, we are literally